At Real America's Voice, we know that you want to be a part of something bigger. That's why we've teamed up with AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens, to build a real community of folks who care about faith and our country's future.
There is no force on earth that can stop us from saving our country.
Want to be a part of this movement? It's easy. Just scan the QR code on your screen right now. That's right. Grab your phone and scan the QR code to join the AMAC and Real America's Voice family today. By scanning the QR code, you'll unlock exclusive content, connect with like-minded Americans, and be first in line for events that celebrate our shared values. So don't wait. Scan the QR code. Join us today and become part of a community that stands for faith, family, and freedom.
Real rights, they come from God.
With AMAC and Real America's Voice. Go ahead, scan the QR code now.
Welcome back, everyone. We're about 6 minutes away from the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. We'll take you there the moment it rings. I can tell you that pre-market trading looking pretty good on the Dow and the S&P 500. The Nasdaq, which is the tech-heavy index, not looking so hot at the moment. Again, we'll take you to New York for the opening bell of the New York Stock Exchange here in short order. We'll get a better idea of what this Monday of trading looks like. First, though, let's get you over to David Brody.
Thank you, sir. All right, T-Bait, it's time now for a dose of dollars and common sense. Here now with what you need to know about keeping your hard-earned cash in your wallet is the founder of Stormwall Advisors, Michael Wilkerson. Michael, great to have you back on the show. We love having you on. Yeah, your advice is just spot on, as we like to say. I don't know who likes to say that, but we like to say it. All right. Let's start with Canada. So over the weekend, yikes, President Trump threatened to impose a 100% tariff on our northern neighbor if the Prime Minister, Mark Carney, follows through with a trade deal with China. Could you imagine China and Canada trading? All right, this is just blowing my mind. What impact could this happen, or could this have, if you will? Sorry, go ahead.
It's really hard to know where to start because it seems so preposterous. I mean, let's just remind ourselves that 85% of Canada's population lives within 100 miles a day, an hour's drive from the U.S. 70% of their trade is with the U.S. They are our neighbors, and there's absolutely no way that we are going to allow China to have a backdoor, either economically or otherwise, into our neighborhood. And the problem with this, of course, is that if we were to allow it, those EV electric vehicles and parts that are built wherever are assembled, go back and forth across the border in the U.S. We've got a trade agreement with Canada, but we cannot allow a way for those Chinese autos to come in and disrupt our auto market and the North American market in general. So it's just, it's truly absurd. Not sure where this is going other than PM Carney's virtue signaling at Davos to try to curry favor with the Chinese and try to act as an independent actor from President Trump.
Yeah, it seems to me like he's basically beyond the virtue signaling, which I totally agree with. I mean, it's one of those things like, okay, Trump, you're going to play hardball. Let me throw this out there and see if you like that. So, all right, moving on to the Federal Reserve. President Trump, Michael, expecting to announce a successor for the outgoing Fed Chair Jerome Powell in the coming weeks. What challenges do you think a new chair is going to have to face when Powell leaves in May? I'm assuming this will be kind of, I know this sounds weird to say, but kind of Trump's handpicked guy. I mean, I know they're supposed to have independence, but let's be honest, Trump has thrown independence out the window. He wants a guy that's going to lower interest rates and do a few other things.
That's right. Well, this new chairman has become like the conclave, the search for a new pope, the interest that it's drawing for the first time. Really unusual. Nonetheless, you've got really qualified candidates. You could call them a little bit more hawkish in Kevin Warsh, a little bit more middle of the road in Rick Reeders and a Wall Street bond guy. And then Kevin Hassett, who was a Trump favorite for a long time, now not looking as so likely. I don't know that whoever comes in is going to matter in the following sense. You asked what challenges does the Fed face? We've got real challenges, which is what I've referred to as the deficit debt inflation doom loop. And we are on this path of 6% deficits, growing national debt, and the likelihood that inflation resumes. The rates will come down. It is in the interest of the U.S. government not to mention the fact that we are in the midterm year, that'll be good for the government. It'll be tough for consumers because we're likely to see inflation hit again. So the biggest issue that we're going to face is credibility of the Federal Reserve. One thing happened, David, recently, which is that the US dollar is no longer the largest foreign reserve asset that other central banks are holding. Gold has now resumed its former place as what foreign nations are preferring to hold rather than the dollar. That's going to create challenges for the Treasury and accordingly for the Fed going forward.
We have about 20 seconds left, but you said something there. You said inflation is going to hit again. What did you mean by that, and why so? We got about, like I said, about 20.
Sure. So when you lower interest rates and you do other things called quantitative easing, pushing more money into the markets, that's going to have the effect of rising asset prices. We're already at all-time highs. We're going to see it even with gas prices coming down. Other things are going to start rising again, and that's the long-term risk that we face in the United States.
Very nice. Michael Wilkerson, thanks for being here. Thanks for answering that in 17.5 seconds. I appreciate it. You are the voice of reason. We appreciate you.
Thanks, David.
All right. We've got a lot more coming up, including T. Bates, who's asked for more airtime. That's not true. He never said that. I'm literally lying on national TV, but he has the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. It is sponsored by AMAC.
The Association of Mature American Citizens is the conservative voice for Americans 50 and older. AMAC is fighting for the values that you hold dear. Join today. Together, we can write the course of America.
We're less than a minute away from the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. It's going to ring here in short order, and then we'll get this week underway, this week of trading underway. You hear the applause there at the podium, which means the bell is going to ring momentarily, and then we'll get an idea of where the markets are standing on this Monday. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, and the bell in 3, 2, 1. There you have it. The markets are now officially open, and trading is underway. The first buys and sells being made there at the New York Stock Exchange. Here's a quick look at our big board. The Dow, S&P 500, and the Nasdaq looking good at the moment. Really, the only blemish on the board is oil at the moment. It's the only thing that's down. We, of course, will continue to monitor all of this for you throughout the day and keep you updated as the markets go up and down, up and down, up and down. I almost feel like a nursery rhyme. The wheels on the bus go up and down, right? Well, a new year means new financial goals, like making sure that your savings are secure and diversified. So will this be the year that you finally listen to us here on Real America's Voice and talk to someone over at the Birch Gold Group? They really are great people, and we appreciate their educational approach and their understanding of macroeconomics. There are forces out there pushing the US dollar lower and gold higher, which is why they believe that every American should own physical gold. Until January 30th, if you're a first-time gold buyer, the Birch Gold Group is offering a rebate of up to $10,000 on qualifying purchases. If you'd like to claim eligibility and start the process, simply text the word America to the number 989898. The Birch Gold Group can help you roll an existing IRA or a 401k into an IRA in gold, and you're still eligible for a rebate of up to $10,000. Make right now your first time to buy gold and take advantage of a rebate of up to $10,000 when you buy by January 30th. Text the word America to the number 989898 and claim your eligibility today. Again, text America to the number 989898. You only have a few more days to take advantage of this deal. Still to come here on American Sunrise, a new poll is showing voter discomfort over immigration policies as midterm elections get closer and closer. Some Republicans are even warning that the strategy could cost them the House. So is this a messaging problem or a political liability? We'll have the facts next.